Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Tonight, we're going to discuss some things about yesterday's local government election in Jamaica. And we're also going to talk about the results. We're going to talk about the plot to undermine the election results by people who are known for undermining elections and democratic processes. So I'm going to give you all the information on that, guys. But before we get into it, I am about 30 minutes early because I need to get off by 8 p.m. at the least. I am going to also bring in our correspondent in Kingston and we're going to talk about it. Guys, I'm going to share with you some behind the scenes stuff that happened last night and how crazy and hectic it was for me to gather all this information to bring come give you this evening. This is Jamaica Politics Uncovered. We're going to bring you the best political news, reviews, information right here. So make sure so now subscribe, want to turn on notification and invite all your friends over here. Before we get started, please give the video a like and invite your friends, your family, your dog, your post, your cat. Invite everybody over here, some love, because we're going to talk some woolly for something else tonight. Good evening, Electro. It's always so nice to see you are the first one with us tonight. All right, let me give it a minute or so to load up, and then we'll start fire. Yeah, man. So yesterday, guys, it was so crazy, but I've put it all into perspective for you guys with two video uploads that I did between the last time we spoke last night and now. So Uno should have all my viewers and subscribers over here. So Uno should all have a pretty clear understanding of what took place yesterday and who really won. And I'm getting some breaking news right now, which is that the Clarendon Municipal just went to the Jamaica Labour Party. So, Uno rock and come in, invite the people them and come and me tell you now where the people them were never window yesterday that caused help cause the confusion. Because one confusion came from a particular media house and the other confusion came from the underminers that we know exist. So, guys, I'm just waiting for a few more people to come join us because I don't want nobody coming late, panicking and get confused or anything like that. So make sure you share the live and um come back with us. Just a minute or two. No, I'm not like delay, but let me just be fair to those who are not here just yet. All right. So today a Tuesday, yeah, a Tuesday. I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and I hope you are informed so far with the truth about what happened last night and why there was such chaos. Type in the comment and tell me what you know so far, guys, so me can know. So me can know if you're really and truly loyal to over here, so and really and truly a follow over here, so forget the correct information. Tell me what you know so far. Tell me what you know so far. I'm gonna start out, guys, with the information from the EOJ's website. They haven't updated the Clarendon victory that just came in for the JLP. Um, but I'm assuming they'll do so shortly. I am gonna tell you again the three major elections or the three major council seats that were being watched yesterday. I'm gonna tell you guys how it go. So somebody are coming with a result. Thank you very much, Cardo. It's now 8-4. Last night when the Prime Minister came out and gave the press conference, it was 7-4. But while you guys wait, do you want me to let you hear the Prime Minister's victory press conference? Talk fast so I can put it on phone before we go in it, because some of you may not have seen it. All I know, some people head no good. Sonia, good evening. About five soon over here, you know. Yeah, man. Me go play this phone. Let me let you just hear what the Prime Minister said real quick yesterday. He waited for a safe amount of um seats were counted, and then he didn't rush out like the other people. Then, but listen to this, guys.
Now 11:21. What a time to have a press conference. But we waited until we got the latest results from the Electoral Office of Jamaica. What we can say to the nation is that the Jamaica Labour Party retains 7 municipal corporations with a clear lead. The PNP has 4, and there are 2 that are reported to be tied. So, without question, the Jamaica Labour Party has won the municipal elections, without question. The 2 municipal corporations that are tied, we should have some definitive results on those in a few days, possibly by Wednesday. But as you know, with these elections, as it was in 2016, they go through recounts, and where there are very close margins, there is the potential for change. So right now, the most definitive result that we can say is that the Jamaica Labour Party holds 7 municipal corporations, which is the majority of the corporations. The ties are the KCAC and, at this point, Clarendon. And as I said, those will probably go through magisterial recounts. How do you interpret this? How do you interpret this? Well, if we look at what existed before, the PNP retained retained Westmoreland, which they had, Hanover, Manchester, and St. Catherine. The Jamaica Labour Party retained all that it had, which was Trelawney, St. Mary, St. Anne, St. James, St. Elizabeth, St. Thomas, and Portland. So, how do you interpret this? Clearly, the people of Jamaica maintains confidence in the government of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yes, guys. So that was the press conference that the Prime Minister did last night. That's not the full press conference. I just put together what you needed to hear. And this press conference was held at about 11:30 p.m. And remember last night when we came here, me telling us it's gonna be a long night, and that's why we just stayed for about 30 minutes and then we'll log out, right? So let me see what I say so. Yeah, the same thing what Fox News did. Oh my God. Me can't, and guys, Cliff Hughes, I didn't hear him say this, but I heard from a source that Cliff Hughes said that he called the election because PNP had the momentum. Never in my life have I heard anybody call an election based on momentum. Nobody does that. You don't call an election based on momentum. You call an election based on numbers, based on facts. You don't get ahead of yourself and you don't get jumpy. You got to be careful because this is a major event. This is an election. You can cause violence to occur. You can cause people to go into distress, all sort of thing. So this is not funny. It's not cool. It's not. You got to be more careful than that. And I think this is the biggest blunder of Cliff Hughes' career in recent times. I personally have never given credence to certain media houses in Jamaica because I find that they are not professional, and they lack media integrity, and that's just the truth. Last year, I did a video on Facebook that went viral criticizing Nationwide News and Cliff Hughes for what they tried to do to me and my character when it is alleged that Peter Bunting paid them to smear me. And I made some pronouncements on them about their credibility and that eventually they're gonna be exposed and people are gonna see that they are dangerous people. So what happened last night, I'm not really shocked, but a bit disappointed because I don't hold nothing personal against these people. But I personally think that it is a dangerous thing when you have media practitioners in the country who are so reckless. You got to be careful. I was watching, yeah, I heard that he apologized. I mean, he doesn't have a choice, he's got to. But I was watching when I log off here last night, I was watching some of the roundtable analysis and stuff like that. And I was listening to everybody. And nobody even came close to declaring anything because it's a process to go through. You can't so me frightened when me see him declare and put up Mark Golding. Say Mark Golding, right, the sitting say winner and victory. Me say, where is that info? Based on what? Based on what? There were no numbers that I saw. And me gonna bring in Liz soon because me and Liz and some other people, we were having a conversation and me I said, Liz, I think, they've made the pronouncement and this and that and whatever. And Lisa said, no, no go so. Till me all I tell Lisa she am mad. Me tell Lisa she am mad because Lisa tell me say nothing can go so. You have to have a certain amount. And it's true. You have to have a majority and you have to have a certain amount, right? As a political party before you can be declared the winner of the local government election. So Lisa tell me say all of them, Lisa, you gonna hear the joke tomorrow. Me say what joke? And lo and behold, before the night was over, we saw this. Let me take this off the screen so you guys can read the statement in its entirety. We saw this last night. Important notice from Nationwide News. We are withdrawing the prior call that the People's National Party, PNP, has won the 17th local government elections until further and better data is available. So the data was not the problem. There was no problem with the data because the information was coming in as the count was taking place. This is what they announced. See the PNP victory, not a thing no go so. So it's that they jumped ahead of the data that they actually had, which was insufficient to make a declaration about who win and who lose, right? So he apologized. Okay, that's fine. But let me show you, me go tell you about the plot that the PNP Rise United faction did that made them do what they did last night, which was to come out celebrating. And then, but first, before that, I'm going to show you guys the hot seats that were being watched. So, Councillor Miles from down in Westmoreland, who crossed the floor to the JLP, he won. He retained his seat. Also, Mr. Garfield James, who crossed the floor with Councillor Miles, he too won. As you guys know, these two men Um, they were being pushed around and disrespected by Mark Golding and those around him, the Rise United people, and they didn't bother arguing with them. They just went ahead and crossed the floor. And because they are good counselors, and there was nobody down there really sabotaging them, they came out victorious. So let me tell you now about Venetia now. Venetia fell short by, I think, 82 votes. And Venetia, as you know, crossed the floor about several weeks, just mere weeks before the announcement of the local government election. But I am getting information that allegedly this man was in the constituency undermining and sabotaging her with the other candidate. And what I mean by that, it is alleged that he was paying people. I heard some figure like $3.5 million paying people to go and vote against Venetia. People who, probably would not have done that. So this is not foreign to us. We know that this man is unscrupulous. And we heard from the candidate Darrington when the shooting happened up there. We heard from Darrington that him and Bunting were walking. Now, we didn't see any pictures of that because Bunting is not going to put himself out there to make people see him, because once people see him, them see wickedness. So him is not going to put himself out there. But when Darrington said that he was walking with him, a lot of people became suspicious because they. So I would venture to guess that he was sent there by Mark Golding with the threat that Venetia is not going to survive and everything. Because that guy Darrington, nobody, I mean, he hasn't done anything in the constituency. As one man explained, he said, "Tell me what Darrington has ever done in here." And the guy and some other people said, "Venetia, when she's here, she work, she serve JLP, she serve PMP people, and she's just a good worker. So we are gonna, bring her home." So she got about 1,300 and something, 1,300 plus votes. 82, as I said, 82 votes short of what the other candidate got. But I think today is the official recount. We're gonna hear more about it. Guys, one breaking news here, so me have to share with you know. As I'm talking about this thing here. Miss Little Bit of Blood was attacked yesterday in Garden Town where she went to vote. The information I'm getting is that she used to live in Garden Town, but she went back there to vote, and a woman that she called fat and some other insulting names. The woman grab her, mash her up, pop out about one dozen her locks them. She run go station, and when she go station, she tell the people them say she tired for the woman bully her, and she first lick the woman. So the woman angle her, right? And she run go station. So the woman go station, go tell them so she defend herself. And witnesses were out there. But them do her bad. I know the first them beat her road, because it's a woman where she use social media and do some very dangerous thing to people. So when them catch her road, them deal with her wicked. And that is what happened to her yesterday in Garden Town. And as a matter of fact, I got the information from one of my police friend them. Cause I know we not come bring no fake news around here. So this is a known troublemaker, and one more whooping she got yesterday for messing with people. But this is so careless. Like, she's like 47 years. She's a grandma. You mean to tell me if you're a grandmother, you're there road and people are bust your ass a road? Who does that? Anyway, moving on to other news. So the breaking news that just came in is that, remember I told you guys that according to the EOJ, make one of the numbers. I hate this. Wait there. I think I hate this. Yes, according to the EOJ, the preliminary result, which only hear the Prime Minister said, the JLP picked up 7, municipal seats and the PNP 4. So all the celebration we want to see PNP did a go on with. This was the number last night and up until about 20 minutes ago, right? And there were two seats that were tied. One of them being Clarendon, which just became untied in favor of the Jamaica Labour Party. I believe it was 12 to 10 last I heard. So now the JLP has 8 and the PNP has 4. Okay? So that is the true authentic result. Now, me go tell you now about the plot where them did have yesterday. And then we're going to bring in the correspondent and we're going to talk a little bit more. Guys, if you are just joining the live, please make sure that you like it and you share it. Right? And like I always say, we don't come out here, come stress out nobody and beg nobody. But if you appreciate the content and you want to leave something in the super chat, we're not opposed to that. The super chat should be right at your fingertip where you would type, and I think it says gift or something like that. You can leave a gratuity here if you appreciate the content. So, let me tell you about the plot now. I was reliably informed that it was plotted days before the election that they were going to come out and declare victory and they were going to call and round up PNP people to go to the headquarters, and then the media would follow them, or the media would be present, and then there would be this presentation to the country that Mark Golding, their God, that he won, right? And guys, I was not surprised when I heard that, because these are not people who concede in elections. We have seen a pattern of behavior where when they go into elections internally, they do not concede. What they do is they wage war on those who won. We have seen that with the Rise United campaign when Peter Bunting tried to obtain the presidency of the PNP. Everybody on here who follow my blog and been following my blog, they will know that one of the reasons why the PNP is so fragmented, is so unviable, is because of what this man and his cult did. When people lose elections, they are supposed to concede. You do not lose an election and start to undermine, sabotage people and undermine the democratic process of voting and elections. It is a very dangerous thing to do, and we saw what it did to the People's National Party. The only reason why Mark Golding is struggling so badly, well, part of it is that he's not a leadership kind of person, but at the root of it, it is because when they did not win, they proceeded to sabotage their leader, and they even wrote and signed letter to send to the governor general to remove their leader after their leader defeated them in an internal election. Now, that is very Trump to me. You know, adults, decent human beings and adults, when they lose an election, they concede. Venetia conceded last night. She didn't fight with anybody. She conceded gracefully because that's what you do. And when you are raised properly and you have respect for other people and you are decent, nobody has to tell you that you need to concede. How do we know that they did that? Thank God somebody among them leaked the plot that they had against their leader and against their party when they lost. And that's how we know that these guys are not a set of people who respect democratic processes. They do not concede. And that, my friends, is why a man like Donald Trump could have round up him cult to do what they did at the US Capitol. Very dangerous people. So what they did last night, them plan, say, Them are gonna make PNP people them go up at the headquarters and them are gonna celebrate and victory. I know Cliff Hughes make them do that, because me hear like some people I say boy a true Cliff Hughes come out come declare Serere. It's not Cliff Hughes make them do it. Cliff Hughes made his pronouncement on his own and whatever happened there. But these guys had a plot in advance, days in advance, that how they would handle this was that they were going to make Mark Golding go out there, go declare victory, and them are gonna have the comrades them there, and of course the media would come down on the headquarters because they want to present Mark Golding to the country as a winner, as somebody who can win. The polls have not worked for them because that's what they would have done normally, is to run these polls and commission these polls. And when they commission a poll, they want a particular result. And that person that is going to conduct the poll, they're going to do their best to bring them the desired result. That's what they have been using Don Anderson to do for since 2019, I think. They've been using Don Anderson to do that kind of thing. So that was their plan, guys. They didn't give a shit who was gonna win or lose. And that's why Mark Golding was at the PNP headquarters last night on a microphone, um, declaring victory and saying, this is for Portia and this is for PJ. Didn't even mention Dr. Peter Phillips, who is his predecessor. Didn't have the decency to do that, right? And they do not respect the democratic process. This is not new information. We know that about these guys. And it is so sad that mankind can become so desperate. And this is why they say power corrupts. They had a whole plan. Last night, Mr. One of the journalists them asked one of the comrades up at HQ, say, why are you so happy? Who did you support? She didn't even know who she supported. She said, what the man name again? Where name again? She was talking about Darrington. And she never vote for Darrington because she said how far she come from. So them already plan around up these people to go to the HQ to celebrate, right? And some of the people up there, they might not be educated in terms of, elections and results. When them hear say Darrington win now, them think say, yeah, we win everything. You understand? So this is the danger of these people. And Andrew Holness, as I said, guys, I have never seen Andrew Holness in all his time in office so mature in this role of prime minister. I mean, he even congratulated everybody who participated, all the councillors. He congratulated them and he came out and explained to the people. When me hear people are saying him have some traits like Michael Manley, I never really look on it, but the way him come out and explain to the people, and I uploaded the video for you guys to watch for yourselves, the way he explained the results to the Jamaican people, and he didn't have to disrespect the PNP to do that, even though he was well aware of the
Now 11:21. What a time to now 11:21. What a time to have a press conference. But we waited until we got the latest results from the Electoral Office of Jamaica.
Yeah, guys, I didn't mean to start playing that. I'm sorry. But for those of you who are just joining, I'll play it again at the end of the show. But right now, I'm going to call up Liz. I'm going to hear the conversation between me and Liz last night. Because last night, me I tell Liz say she a mad woman. Because Lisa said, don't listen to nothing where them a say pan nationwide. Nothing can go so. You can't declare people for win. That's why I say the importance of journalism and the important role that journalists play in the society. It must not be taken for granted. Because a woman as smart as me, when me see Cliff Hughes come do that something there, me believe him, I want to talk in the comment and tell me if you never believe Cliff Hughes. Only did a question or second guess it? Only did a second guess it, guys? Me never second guess it. Come here and say, all right, tomorrow morning me go on EOJ website and go look what really happened. You know? I just wanted to see before I went to bed, what was gonna happen. Right? All right. Katika. Welcome, Katika. First me I see your name. Welcome to the platform. I just love your content. We get the best over here. For sure. Yeah, cause we will keep it real over here, so guys. And anything we know, any wickedness we know are going, we will ball it out over here, so. You understand? Because we want people who represent the country with decency, respectability, and all of those nice, decent traits. Right? We don't wanna look we don't wanna look scavenge on them something there around the country. The country no need for go to Elena and basket. You understand, guys? So that is what we're about over here. It's about truth. Facts. Anything we don't know, we say allegedly. When they don't hear, we say allegedly. Everything are facts over here. So um yeah, please like up the thing, guys, and make sure say una call una friend them over here. Venetia Phillips, you're a winner in our eyes. You're the best. You know what I respect about Venetia? Venetia could have stayed over in the cult and play hypocrite, but she never do it. And you see when I see how them kill Melissa and cover it up, and I see Venetia had the guts. And she one of the bravest and boldest one over there at the time. And for many reasons, Venetia sister Mark Golden is not real, he's fake. She see all the look of foolishness where them do, the look of undermining, sabotaging where them don't respect democracy, don't have no respect for women and them thing there. And she take herself out of it. Because me I tell you, guys, I say sometimes you make a decision, you don't really make a decision based on the fact whether you're gonna win or lose, You do it because of the right thing to do. I have had to make that decision several times in my life, right? Where I have to do what my conscience know is right, cost it what it will. That's how I was raised as a human being. One thing me can't do, I play hypocrite, me can't do it. Me have to do the right thing. From me know myself and come to my full growth in life. I'm not perfect. And I've learned some things along the way. But one thing me know is that you can't go wrong doing the right thing where you know to be right. So by she crossing over, it's good, and she's a quality person. And if Andrew Holness, well, I'm not gonna tell Andrew Holness what to do, but I'm sure that he can find other things for her to do, which is, very productive. She can even go occupy some seat somewhere and, run in the next general election. She has a lot more to offer. She's a very smart woman. And so, she conceded yesterday on her page, and that's good. All right. So, yesterday election is a temperature check for the Labour Party. Bear in mind, PNP still got the popular votes. Time for Andrew to fix some things going into the general election next year. And Christ Child, that's what I like about the press conference. I want to know if you watch it. Because Andrew Holness didn't go out there, and that's what I mean about the maturity. He didn't just go out there and say, yeah, I won. He acknowledged that he won and his party won. But at the same time, he also acknowledged that there are some shortfalls and that he need to pay attention to and fix. He was very humble. And that is what I admire. A man must not come win and come show off himself. You must always exercise humility. And that comes with life experiences. That comes with winning and failures and coming close and close calls. And, you learn along the way. And if you pay attention and you learn, you understand. That's why I was really shocked. He came out really mature. He came out, and if you listen to the political analysis and the pundits that were talking last night, they acknowledge that this is a different Andrew Holness because let's face it, in Jamaica, our prime ministers, they don't really sit down with journalists regularly and talk to them, right? And if Andrew Holness or anyone advisors are listening over here tonight, you know what I would say the Prime Minister need to do at this time? He needs to have a press secretary that comes out to the Jamaican people 5 days a week for 2 hours. Get the journalists them in the room, and that press secretary must come tell the nation what's on the Prime Minister's agenda each day, what he plans to do, what he has done, and let the journalists ask the questions that are relevant. Them have a responsibility to come talk to the government on behalf of the people. And likewise, the government must come answer because they are answerable to the people. Because some of the things that Andrew Holness has done that are good, a lot of people don't see it because the communication between the government and the people is lacking. And that is why one thing I like with America, you can turn on your TV at 2 o'clock, Monday to Friday, and you are going to see the press secretary of whatever government is there coming out to the podium to talk to the people. Tell the people what the government are do. And the journalist them is gonna ask about what the government now do. Or any question where the people them have to ask. So if Andrew Holness over here so tonight, or if any advisor them over here, tell Andrew Holness, Venetia Phillips would make a good press secretary. Me now ask Christ about it. Don't make nobody come out with arrogant and nobody wanna know if to talk to people and deal with people. Make somebody be the press secretary who is knowledgeable, somebody who is diligent, you understand, and is meticulous with information, somebody who can deliver, respect the journalists them in the country, let them ask them questions, answer the questions them, and that way you have a communication, a kind of relationship with the people. That's a good thing. And as me say, me's a Jamaican. Only now go come catch me rabid about JLP or PNP. Can me get for realize say you have some wicked in a both side. You hear? You see what the other one them come do come kill woman and cover it up. I doing nothing with them. So right now me attack as a Jamaican. Alright. Um so did Kari. Kari kinda me no know a lot of people really stop pay attention to her, but she lost really bad last night to the other gentleman there. I was watching those two also, and I'm really glad for them. Congrats. Yeah. Somebody say there was one show you do I'm looking for it, but which one is that? JLP 9. Where you get 9 from, Scarlett? Did we miss something since we've been talking here? Because we just heard 8 and 4. So did the seat were tie up almost Kingston or St. Andrew. Did them pull it? Cause we cannot come out here come give no false information. So if them pull it, make we know. You may not have won, but you're still a winner. Let's see. Like up the show, guys. Like up the show. If you like wanna hear over here, so and wanna feel like say wanna get adequate information. Wanna know our job is to come inform the people. Well, let's see what time is it. We're making good timing. I have to be off here by 8 o'clock. But we're making good timing. The PNP is a wicked set of John Crow. Let's be careful with the language, guys. We don't want to go down in the gutter them kind of way there. One comrade said this is a PNP country. She is very lucky. It could be worse. Let's see. Good evening, everyone. Please remember the independent candidate is former JLP, so those no votes would go to Venetia if it wasn't. Oh, there was an independent candidate in there. That's true. And guys, don't forget that UIC and them people did unite as well and picked up some votes. Yeah, there were some independent candidates, not just in that constituency, but others too. There will be a day when Mark Golden and Peter Bunting will have a nasty fallout in time. Lord Jesus. Yeah, man, Andrew Holness angle him surprised me last night. The way him come out, and after you lose an election, you more lose. Lord God, the man with him election. After you win an election, it's always nice to big up everybody who are your opponent and ray. And we see that, and him angle himself good, man, and him explain the thing properly. Right? And if I did some people, they go this up PNP, for all them come out and declare victory and then don't win nothing. But him never do that. Me go make gonna hear it again. Him never do that. Him come out and say, yeah, we understand, say that, this is the fact, and we understand that, some people are trying to, you know, distort what really happened. But him never dwell on that. He never dwell on that. He spoke about the facts. He gave the data that he received from the EOJ, which last night it was 7 to the JLP and 4 to the PNP. And then he explained about the fact that most things are the same as of now, because we retain what we did have, the PNP retain what them did have, and there are 2 that are tied. And if this was a general election, we would have retained the government. So him explain it in one of the best ways that I have seen, without falling victim to the chaos that was happening last night. Because even on Facebook, I saw a lot of people were fooled, but I don't think they are anymore. And that's good. That's attributed to the press conference that Andrew Holness did last night. Him and him team, right? And I'm saying to all media houses, be very careful. Stop from trying to be the first one to break news on them something. That's very juvenile. What needs to happen is you come out with the right news and the accurate news. Because so now drop in a manual. All right. Because even, let me see if I can find a screenshot here. So I think Emily Shields also made an announcement. Said that, oh wait there. See it here. See, Emily Shields make one announcement last night, say, updated based on current situation. The PNP has not won local government election 2024. JLP seems to have held all parishes it won in 2016, except Clarendon, where the parties now tie. So Clarendon is now in the JLP's column. We learned that less than an hour ago. And whatever was tied up in Kingston and St. Andrew, that was the last data that I received. Let me call Liz and see how Kingston and St. Andrew go. Uh, you think so? I believe Clifton fell asleep and woke up too. Yeah, man. Because I think the last time I uploaded something, and it was like around midnight. I'm saying, no, what? When me looking at my news feed on YouTube, I see several vloggers a post say the PNP win and them are going bad. Them are going bad. Me say no man, me have to leave something else to make the people them know the truth. Liz,
Yes.
good night. How it go?
Good night. What at?
No, I'm just saying in general, what going in a Kingston and what it tie up in a Kingston and is it still tied? Because we hear Clarendon has been declared for the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yeah, me never surprised. They have moved the Andrew Holness wife counting has been moved from the constituency to the electoral office.
Why?
Just hear James Robertson on radio with Raymond Price and them gets the win St. Thomas too. So it sound like 8 now, 8-4.
I can't 8-4. Last night it was 7-4 and then pick up Clarendon make 8-4. So if them win center
Come on. 9, yeah, 9. So
some
it's so because we not here so we win nothing else, and then um Kingston and St. Andrew still not up.
Kingston and St. Andrew still not up?
Yeah, because they moved the counting of East Rural St. Andrew, that is where Juliet Wellness is, has been removed from the constituency to the elect down Duke Street. And
Oh.
them do what? Some security matter detail make them move it. And I am suspecting from I hear that happen this evening on the news. We say yes, them are gonna give the the KCC to the JLP because fear she a bad girl and fear constituency. No, the situation with the man them did not ramp.
No,
So,
no,
you know,
Liz, let us be careful with that kind of
I
information.
yeah, I understand.
Are you
Anyhow, they
saying,
moved here one.
hold on there, Liz. Are you saying that it was some kind of political corruption or intimidation that caused them to win? If that is what you're saying, let us know. And if not, please clarify.
No, I am not saying that. I am not saying that. I am only saying the news this afternoon said some security matter. So they have moved the counting of East Rural St. Andrew represented in God knows lower house by Juliet Wellness to Duke Street. Right? That's the only one. And when that happens, the JP, it is possible now will be declared winner, outright winner of Kingston and St. Andrew.
Last night, the mayor of Kingston said that it was 19-21 between the JLP, right? 19-21. So, I mean, likewise, Clarendon was, I think, 10-12 or something. Yeah.
11.
No, man, after the tie break.
After the tie break, well, yeah, it should be 12-10.
Yeah, 12-10.
If somebody, it should be 12-10.
Okay. So let me ask you a question now, Liz. May I try to give the people an idea of the conversation between us last night? Last night, me and you call each other about 10 times before midnight, right? Before.
Yeah, man, right up to midnight.
Yeah, so may I tell the people them say, when time Cliff use them declare, say a man goal, and I'm call you and I tell you, say, Liz, the thing over now, but we catch up tomorrow. And you say, no, don't believe them. Me say, we are talk, say them said, it's over. And you tell me, say, don't listen to Cliff use them because them are liar. Nothing can go so. Because you have to have a certain amount of parish council seats to come and tell the people about who win. You remember?
Yes. Yeah, man. You see,
so are you convinced me? I say, and then now right before me forgot my bed, me say Cliff Hughes come out and come make the apology. Not the apology, come make the withdrawal. I'm say, Liz, look here, true you that talk.
Yes, you see, municipal elections all over the world. In America, you have the mayor of, like, you have 5 counties in one part of the state, and in the county, them you have different districts, and the mayors, like the mayor of Miami, you have the mayor of Tampa, and the mayor. No, it's the same thing here. But in Jamaica, under the English model, in each parish, you have divisions. Some parish carry 4, some parish carry 2, some parish are constituencies, really not parish, constituencies, in other constituencies, some carry 3. Therefore, in order to declare a winner of the local government, there are 13 parish councils because Kingston and St. Andrew is in one, and then municipal elected mayor, Portmore, is a separate, so it's 14. You have to win a majority of 8. Once you have been declared winner of 8 municipal councils, that is within the parishes, then you have won the local government election. If you are not declared. If you don't pass the post with 8, then you can have a tie of 7-7 or whatever else, but you must get 8. And the JP up to midnight last night when we had the attack has been declared preliminary counting by the presiding officers was declared control of 7 of those parish council. PNP control 4, and the 2 that was declared to have been tied. And today now, starting at 8 o'clock this morning, all over the country, in the electoral counting centers of each constituency, in each parish, the official count now, that is the count done by the returning officer, because the returning officers supersede the presiding officers. Mm-hmm. So when the returning officer now, last night the returning officers did the counting too, but what they did that came to the press, what they did, there's a form where after the counting in the individual polling station, the presiding officer writes it up. JLP 300, JLP 100 voting, PMP 80 vote. You understand?
Yeah.
That form is pasted onto the ballot box. When the ballot box reach the counting center, the returning officer pick up each ballot, PD 1, 300 people vote, 200 vote JLP, 100 vote PMP. PD 2, 300 people vote again. 150 vote JLP, 150 vote PNP, and then read that preliminary result pasted on the box. And then they declare as they go along with them total every vote in each PD them say, well, JLP win this division, PNP win that one, JLP, PNP. Then then they tell the nation, transmit the information to the electoral office, and the electoral office sends it to the media. Today officially, the official counting is done by the returning officer. In this case now, them open the ballot box. Each candidate has a lawyer representing. Mm-hmm. Them open the ballot box, throw out all the ballots, go to the particular envelope. There's a particular envelope with the poll book in it. Them tear open that, them open the poll book. First name, Natalie Sparks or Stark. Mm-hmm. You vote and you put your X beside the head, and then say one PMP and show everybody, lawyer and everybody. Next vote out, same thing. But then now, so say the first 10 vote come out a PMP vote, and the next 5 come out a JLP vote, and then the ballot now, the counting from that box, taking a particular trend. The JLP now going to say that one then a mark good. Through them lawyer, the ballot then a mark good, reject it, and then the PMP lawyer going to argue and say no, nothing wrong with it. It mark we just attack a little piece of the X tail in touch the line, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing mark good, and back and forth. However, them come to an agreement. When all of that counting is completed, long process, by the returning officer, if the JLP person is not in it, so them lose by 5, them lose by 10. But them, some ballot where them say get rejected, and for them, but would have been for them board, them don't like it, them go file a motion into the constitutional court. And the recount now, the courts, the judge, another meticulous long process. Mm-hmm. Lawyers again examine it. The constitutional court counts the ballot in a particular PD or particular PDs, and then the judge declares after the final count. The judge says Raymond Price win. Jim lose. You understand?
Okay. So right now, Liz, I don't know if as a country or as a people that the Jamaican people at large have a full understanding of how the local government election works. Because look at this now. You know, say according to the EOJ, at 29.6% preliminarily of the voter turnout in this, That is sad,
Yeah, man.
A little bit of people
Yes,
that, And if most
that
people
is,
did understand, I think more people would have come out, don't you think?
yeah. Now, remember, our last, about third to last conversation, we spoke about a subject called civics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
Had the civics not been removed from, because former elections, the 70s, for example, the early 80s too, the Jamaican people clearly understood the essence of local government, right? They understood the essence, and several top of the line quality members of parliament, including Portia Simpson Miller. That's where her career started.
Mm-hmm.
Councillor to Prime Minister of Jamaica, right? Now, the Roger Clark, Ralph Brown, Ellie Matalan, several of them. I can name the PMP one of them off my head, but I can't remember the JP one of them. Now, the essence of your local authority, it makes your country, it employs thousands of people. Local government, it employs, because it doesn't just employ people from our administrative sectors. Yeah. It employs the gullies. There were persons employed 6 days a week in the 70s, 80s, before Mr. Siago crushed the whole thing, to clean your gullies. So the gullies were they never pose a danger from earthquake, not earthquake, to hurricane season, because the gullies were immaculately kept. Those jobs were always slotted. Anybody doing them time and coming from prison, they're insured, fitting back into, they're insured of employment, because those jobs are given specifically to persons coming from prison. The garbage collection, again, the truck applied, they employed to the state. Garbage truck have 4 persons, the driver. Each person on the truck got gloves, shovel, broom, mask, raincoat, water boots. All employees of the government of Jamaica. And your garbage collection was immaculate. Then there were the person.
Hold on, Liz, I'm sorry to cut you, but somebody here is saying that St. Thomas at 7:06 p.m. Somebody said Andrew Riggy in East St. Thomas. So it's 9. Okay. So all right.
Yeah, man. I'm just go from my bag them the 2 laptop bag with me. I asked my friend to send for me. I'm just go for them. I hear James and Raymond on radio talking, and I hear when James said, "Well, we have really one thing," and I'm gonna invite Andrew out there, and Raymond. Now Raymond say, "I was in the parliament with you, and your oratory skills have improved." It was a nice little band talk between 2 of them.
Between O and O.
On Clifford's program a while ago, Raymond Price representing the PMP, and James Roberts, St. Thomas.
Yeah, they must say, Liz, me not tell a lie. Me don't know if you hear the Prime Minister speak at the press conference last night. But what I'm not sure. I mean, the man, so may I look upon him like a really Andrew Owen is this?
Well, you see, it would be hard for him not to have learned. You see, the People's National Party said Trent, and PJ is an advisor to him, and he has been following. He watches everything that Lisa Anna does. He's admiring Lisa, and he's watching Lisa, and he recognizes. And there are several other persons, Peter Phillips, for example, and he watches and he listens. It would be hard for him being there so long and not learn a thing or two. The quorum presentation of Prime Minister, how to handle a press conference.
Yeah.
It was really 5 to 12 and stuff like that,
Yeah.
So it was well done, well presented.
I would have wished to see. I don't know if you feel that way here too, but I would wish to see the Prime Minister of Jamaica, not just Andrew Holness, but anybody. I would like to see these guys sitting down with journalists, talking to them at least once a month. Because Jamaica needs to become that kind of country where the leaders are answerable and accountable to the people, and they must sit down and take questions. And
Now, yeah. You see, one of the things that has happened in the 14-year reign of PJ, he has detached the nation from its politics. Prime Minister Manley had developed a media day. The 1st of January. No, it's not the 1st of January. In the first week of January, each New Year,
it happens
there was a
still.
media. Yeah. They have a media soiree. And Prime Minister Manley always have a press. Him as a Prime Minister, the whole world follow him. The press all over the globe follow him. And he was eloquent. His orator skills were great. And he always had a sat down with the media houses. Because remember, like, Dealing was developed under him. We had a JBC that his father initiated, started, etc. We have a whole host of media. But Michael Manley, Prime Minister Manley, always had a monthly press conference with the media house. There was this young lady from Canada who they said a pretty young lady who fell in love with him. Follow him all over. Then there was Sylvia from the Gleaner. She always come. And we remember the rest of people there. But
him always, and that's why in the archives you can find a whole heap of interview with him, even from back them time there. But the difference when I see today, and the guys, them 559 people are listening to it, who are over here, them can maybe attest to this. What we see right now is the politician them sitting down with bloggers and vloggers. Warm to the journalists them in the country. Me not understand.
No, since I think it started with Bruce Colin, where him kind of get annoyed when certain things was asked of him by journalists. And so there has been a trend now to sort of threaten and journalists' lives, which I say I got really initiated still with the JBC incident. But since the late latter part with Bruce Golding them coming back, there has been this tendency to threaten and put scare into the journalists, so much so that it is said all the media houses in the country are pro-JLP, every single one of them. So your quality media now and the great journalists them dead. God knows the quality dead, and we're not
God
anymore. Who asked this, like in the Kenyan and the American, even Trinidad, Guyana, and the place. You have a journalist again in Jamaica with sting and fear and fearless.
Liz. Somebody on the line say, I thought Liz was PNP back in the day. Is this the same Liz?
Always PNP. I've never changed anything. There's nothing. The only time I am, it is a resistance and a rebel vote. I did not vote in Keshapa because there was no PNP candidate. There was a JLP, the sitting councillor, the JLP person, and there was a lady, Rise United Movement candidate. The People's National Party, and I have no apologies saying that the People's National Party did not have a candidate. So I did not exercise my franchise. Others in my household did. I refused to do so because if I had gone to the poll, then I would be disrespecting and being unpatriotic to Dr. Phillips, Michael Manley, the PMP, Norman Manley,
So Liz, would you say to the audience tonight that the JLP has won the local government election? Because there's also the argument of the popular vote, which me never know say in a local government election, the popular vote is what wins. So talk to the people about that.
No. The popular vote doesn't always win. The popular vote will be used if becomes necessary after the final counts of the ballots in the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Council seats or divisions. If after all those divisions has been counted finally and a final result issued and you are still tied at 2020, the party that has attained the highest number of votes will be awarded the mayorship. that is the party who gets the most vote, or them say terminology most. The popular vote is the party that is going to form the mayorship of Kingston and St. Andrew. There's another situation I'd like to explain. I hope one day when the Prime Minister, Lisa Anna, will bring back civics to the classroom, such an informative about government. There is a situation in...
Hold on there. Keep this in mind as you're explaining, Liz. Somebody named Motivator is asking this question. May I try understand how PNP win popular vote but don't win the local government election?
Okay. In 1949, our general election, 1949, Norman Washington Manley, then leader, president and of the People's Party opposition leader, he won. At the polls, he won the most votes, right? Generally, across the country, he got the most votes. However, when the ballots are counted in the individual constituencies, the JLP, led by Buster, won the general election. Because if you add Cashapart division and Ugly division in terms of the voting together, the PNP gets 5,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
But on the individual level now, the PNP candidate in Kasha gets 2,300 and the JLP candidate gets 2,350. So the JLP wins the division by 50 vote. In the other one now, the PNP candidate gets 2,200 and the PNP candidate gets 1,900. When you combine, if you add the total of the PNP vote in Casa and the PNP vote in Ugly, the PNP vote is number, when you add them up total in general, it is more vote for the PNP between the two divisions, but on the individual count, the JLP candidates defeat the PNP two candidates. That is what it means. You get the most vote across the country, but when they count the individual ballots in each constituency, our division, the person who you go up against beats you at the polls. But when they total the number of votes that you accumulate across the country, the PNP get more than the JLP.
So so I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and I hope the viewers them understand what you're saying. So Sonia is asking if this kind of mix-up has ever happened before where them come declare prematurely and them something there.
No, well, good night, Sonia. Thank you for your question. Remember now, the only person can officially declare winners of election is Florizel Glasspool Brown, the director of elections. So last night, Cliff Hughes was being paid to create propaganda. He was paid to create that, to give the impression that Mark G has won. But what you must do, youngster, listen when the EOJ steps up and the director of our election process comes to the public in a press conference and says 63 seats, 32 for the People's National Party and 31 for the Jamaica Labour Party. The director of elections is the official person that declares the results of election. Nobody else. So nobody on radio, nobody in the studio television, nobody on them veranda. The legal person who you must always wait for and listen to is the director of elections. Mm-hmm. Counting starts in polling stations at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. It starts at 5 and it can, in most cases, it ends by 8 p.m. Anytime after 8 p.m. now, the boxes begin to be moved from the different polling area going to the main counting center in each constituency. At those counting centers, is the returning officer who awaits to receive. So if there's 200 boxes coming, the electoral returning officer receives the 200 box. If she has to receive all 200 box. Then she begins now looking at the form that is on the outside of the box with the result. She began to call them out inside the counting center. There is somebody from the EOJ with her, and the person keep tally. There's like the indoor agents and the poll clerk and the returning officer. Everybody, well, the returning officer wouldn't be marking the tally sheet. It was the poll clerk. And then tally it and give you the final result. They send the final result to the office of the EOJ, and the EOJ puts it in the public space. Nobody else can declare election result.
So Liz, last night when the Prime Minister came out, did I guess the EOJ, I think he said it was the EOJ come out with a notepad as the panelists took note of the fact that he came out prepared with his notepad, and they were even comparing it, saying, look how Mark Golden come out and just run off him out and talk about victory and him all over the place. But the Prime Minister came out in a more controlled, structured kind of press conference. You see everybody beside him, them look tired and weary, but they did what they had to do. Right? No, somebody here, hold on there. Somebody here say wrong move for politicians to be interviewed by these bloggers. It isn't a professional look. Ian, I was one of the first set of bloggers around here who started interviewing some of these politicians on my platform. And I think the reason why politicians started turning to bloggers and vloggers is because the journalists them in the country are not creating a space for politicians. It could also be that the politicians are aware that some of them have them agenda, and they go sit with them, and their aim is to, make them look bad. It's not a good thing. I agree with that. There should be decency and professionalism in our journalism in Jamaica. Right now, all they see them do is sit down in a studio every day and come online. You don't see them out in the field doing a real work. Them need to, that's why I'm say that something I'm say Andrew Owens forget a press secretary and contact to the people every day, 5 days. You're paying these people. Make them work. Give the journalists them in the country something to do. Make them come talk to the leaders of the country and question them every day. Give them something for do. Maybe that's why they sit down in a studio every day.
No, but he has, for 8 years, he has had an employee of Cliffviews station nationwide. Naomi Francis, your name?
Yes, and I don't think I think she's very, I'm sorry to say this, Naomi, if you're listening over here, so, but I don't think you are fit to do nothing regarding because the way I'm see Naomi deal with people, the way I'm see them deal with people when people are talk to the Prime Minister is like one of the time I think she and the Prime Minister did there, at the truth me attack. The way how she behave.
Yes, it's because she takes a political stance.
No, man, them for go with them style, man.
Right up to Dr. Phillips being opposition leader, press conferences were held almost every weekend or week. Press conferences, but he took it. He moved it, being opposition leader, he moved it out of the PNP headquarters and took it to the official office of opposition leader right next door to Jamaica House. And he had the press conferences there.
Yeah.
The whole thing has broken down in terms of the opposition since the emergence of Mark Golden. He doesn't know when, he doesn't know how, and they have come with a piece of glass over one piece of board, and it just look totally shitty. Sorry for anybody being offended, but it doesn't look good. But the farm, there's a whole lot of work that have to be done, because people, you see, it is harsh that what has happened and these things are being done deliberately, hiding the situation of governance and real governance, media, etc., from the general and the youngsters. And that's why the youngsters now take 20,000 think is no money and go vote because they are voting blind. Because you need these press conferences, you need a quality press secretary in the office of the president.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, man. There's obviously a whole lot of quality. We have produced quality, but Naomi Francis for the last 8 years has been the press secretary, and she's really poor, very poor,
Me no listen to
very,
them.
very.
The first press conference when me see the government do. And Mr. Naomi Francis was the mediator right there, so. I think they made up a UE. I see them, yes, if I see how they deal with the people them in other I think it was the needs town hall. I see them all a cover up the microphone, them have one man, like the man a monitor like the man is a security over the microphone, and them a cover the microphone and a shut up people. Mister, what kind of people them here?
She works at the time she and Emily Shields worked at nationwide Cliffviews employees.
No, right is right and wrong is wrong. Them the people if go one side. We need people who are civilized. This one right here upon the screen is not civilized. Mark Golden, Dayton Campbell. Them the people that must leave off of Jamaica's political front line. Bunting, them corrupt and then compromise, right? And then cover murder and then them for leave from off of Jamaica politics. We don't want to see them no more. Cause even Andrew Owen is changing style. Cause me see it in him last night, That is a mature person who has learned a few things along the way. You understand?
Come on, I'm 51 in July. But Natalie, the whole thing now is that the Mark Golin, Peter Bunting, and Campbell, and the rest of them is a set of uncouth, coarse, crude, set of vulgar persons who has been in the governance of our country, and it is going to be an extraordinary task because you're going to have to screen. My sister and I have been discussing for some time. We'll come up with an idea. We'll try, but I think I got it across to Lisa. Anytime we clean up the PMP, one of the things she must institute, all persons coming for office inside from the People's National Party to the general public must present two police records, one national, one international. You must give us every single detail of who you really are. Then there is the need for each councillor, each council candidate, each MP candidate will have to have from day one a press secretary. Must have that, right? And then you learn to talk to the through the press, and you learn, the crudeness, the all of that need to be, what you call it, expunged, because it really is vulgar. It's good. We don't watch nothing. We don't watch certain. We don't listen to when certain politicians come on the news media. Me just turn on my TV and me go to one of my series them. But the vulgarity with that has come with Mark Golin and Peter Bunting and Campbell, and oh my God, it is awful.
Yeah.
And as you just said earlier, we urgently need to purge them out of the party. That's why we need to get the voters educated. Civics.
But Liz, you have to give the voters them some credit at the same time. Sometimes we are harsh about how we criticize the voting population in Jamaica. All those guys that you mentioned, remember, say the voter them got rid of Silvera, then got rid of Peter Bunting wickedly. Them get rid of him. As a matter of fact, the PNP people them reject him for leadership of the party, and then them vote him out of seat. Them got rid of people like Dayton Campbell, I think we just said that. Ian Eels, all of them. You see the one them now was still in the PNP. We make the party look like me don't even know how to describe it because it's not even viable. Those are the ones who have taken up in the safest PNP seats in the country. I'm talking about people like Mark Golden and Angela Brownberg. If them never in a PNP CFC, the people them get rid of them long time too. So don't think that the Jamaica people them taking notes and them know who are good and decent is a reason why all of them who go rise united and fall. The people them vote them out. All of them. The people them see where them come out. Say I just some local Agaremo style. Then come with. And then just get rid of them. This one here is a prime example. lose film seat by over 2,000 vote. When him up on the platform, him a put on chain per man, I make my goal and go take off chain. Eh? I do all sort of thing. Them not come with nothing of substance. Him did in the parliament 2 term. Dayton Campbell in the parliament 2 term. What has Dayton Campbell done in the politics? But to fight down people. Fight down people and disrespect people.
Yeah, describes senior elder statement like Dr. Phillips in the most vulgar way. A father of 4 boys and 2 girls. No, I am not criticizing the voters. Don't misunderstand. I am not criticizing the voters. What I am saying, the civics teaches the comprehensiveness of local government. Government in general, local government in particular. And had we had that subject continue to teach, some of the persons Mark Golding introduced to the local government as councillor candidates could not pass the first stage. The voters in the 70s, when you hear councillors, when you hear some councillors, thank God, East Central St. Andrew was 2. Dennis Gordon, I want to pay attention. Dennis Gordon and Wayne, UWI, both UWI graduate. Dennis Gordon is now reading almost complete a PhD in economics. Those are 2 quality and they must go forward. Now, those are the kind of persons that usually comes to when the PMP bring in through councillor candidate. If you note, however, since Bunting and Golding with them tainted money has grabbed control of the PMP. Gosh, I saw we went up to Papin last year before last. Up to you, sorry. And they were presenting this girl, say, someone should have supposed to run somewhere up where the same man will beat them, cancer beat Venetia win. She was to present it to run up there. And it was, me say, no, sir, she was an eagle and a coronation market. Me never buy from her. No,
yes,
sir, presentation.
I agree with you. The slate of candidates that they're not even capable of using their judgment to pick people who presentable to the electorate. You understand? Because even if you tell the truth, even the guy where them claim to say beat Venetia. Anybody me can talk certain things you're saying about me not like defame people and them things. That's not right. But me can tell you, say, Venetia quality somebody for the man there, Because I know that man there from down a Spanish Town Road used to live in our yard with a whole heap of man, Some bagga man, And some lifestyle thing we're waiting in there,
Don't give up on her yet because we have seen the final counts have not been in. St. Peter and St. Andrew still to be settled. So not sure her up yet, Because as of yesterday, she still has not issued any statement. And I am sure right now, her recounting, the official count, possibly is not completed yet. There might be wranglings over ballots, But the real cleanup, because when you look at the slate, you can go research it. All the listeners told us 600 people how much a list, 500 already say. All of you can go research it. The quality capabilities of the councillors in the 70s, early 80s, before Mr. Seattle this right, local government 86. The quality that came. There was a deputy mayor to mayor at named Laurel Thomas, a good friend of mine. Those kind of young men, those kind of quality. There was over in Central Kingston under Michael Manley. There was several of them. The quality of the persons who came, because persons at the time in the PMP, you come as councillors, you own your skills and you move up.
Yeah.
Ralph Brotherly, Ellie Matalan, Portia Simpson Miller from councillor to prime minister. Mm-hmm. Those are the qualities that we produce in the rural Jamaica. We had several of them also. But these days, since these 2 men, since 2020, the kind of person, the person in charge of communication, they can't stand up in front of a crowd and make a political presentation that makes sense, that stimulate, titivate the brain of even the person who can read the actual words, but the presentation is so good that the person who is a bit illiterate understand scale. Not even that. Some of them can't talk the quality, speak to people with any quality and preciseness. Like the garbage persons on the truck, you ever engage the garbage person on the truck, some intelligent people work on garbage truck, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these candidates who Mark Wallen and Peter Bunting bring come cannot address you like the persons on the garbage truck.
And you know the thing too with the judgment of these people. The journalists and the panel last night on TVJ, they rightfully pointed out that the Prime Minister came prepared to deliver a speech to the people. And it's not that he came with a long form speech. He basically jotted down some points he wanted to talk about, and that's fine. But when you see somebody come in an organized manner to speak to you versus somebody who just take a microphone, go up there and the victory of a portion, PG and Ray and so let me ask you a question now, Liz. The word victory, because that was a topic of discussion last night on the program. The word victory. Should Mark Golden have used the word victory because somebody said popular vote don't win election, and we see that here with Donald Trump, you know. Donald Trump election was one of the most confusing because what if people them never studied the electoral college for understand it. They learned that time. But should Mark Golden have gone up there and talk about victory and him never victory nothing?
All right. Now, as we said earlier in the discussion, the person who declares election results is the director of elections. Mark Golden obviously last night, because the thought of Golden and Bunting is that money is power. Money it buys you anything you want, including life. For them, what happened, what told me like I didn't see that I don't listen because looking at Mark Golden after shake my head, what you have a group that said, look what PNP come to. Me and
look what PNP come to. It's sad enough. Me not tell you no lie. No, sir.
And look what Jamaica come to in terms of who is opposition leader in our country. No, Mark Golden not obviously listening to Cliff Hughes, who is a journalist, who is earning him bread by being a journalist to report a news item, whether them sensationalism really. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, looking like and sounding like the Prime Minister of Jamaica, waiting because during election now, there is a central office that operates, the center that operates for your political party. For they control, there is a direct line between the president and the PNP, or the opposition leader, Prime Minister of PNP, to the EOJ office. That communication has to happen. And then the director of election will call and say, well, Madam Prime Minister, all these constituencies have been counted. You have, from the preliminary count, you have 150, and the Jamaica Labour Party has won the other 13. And when that is confirmed to her, a dispatch comes also from the office of the EOJ to the Prime Minister, and then the Prime Minister comes to the press conference and states that, you know, in the quality manner, that, well, we have won. The media would get it too because you have a media personnel always at the EOJ office. And the media person would convey to their media house, and all media houses get it. And then the media would converge and with the headquarters of each party. And then in an interview, the journalist interview, and the Madam Prime Minister makes a winning presentation. But if you look at the whole concept of since Mark Golden came, no, it doesn't have. There needs to be employed a speech presentation, a press secretary, somebody who dresses him, teaches him how to dress for the public space, somebody who the press secretary must be an experienced person, teach him how to relate to the press. You don't come to the mic as the opposition leader and they can, a Portia and PG, that victories, and you don't have any such information from the official place. The EOJ, how can you do that? And my problem My problem. Philip Paul will a minister of government. Michael Phillips a minister of government. Lisa Anna a minister of government. Riza, Anthony Hilton a minister of government. Fitz Jackson a minister of government. Maurice Guy a minister of government. When we have in Dennis never hold a ministry. Natalie Nita Edley works in the Prime Minister office when Portia was there. Those persons are experienced enough to know and recognize that what is happening in front of them as opposition leader is derogatory. It's coarse. It's
Liz, me lose her for them the people they like. Mr. Liz, me lose her for them the people they like. That's why a lot of people are having a lot more appreciation for Andrew Holness now, because they get sister over PNP. Nobody with no parents no over there. Like when the parents are there, the yard and the pit them just mash up and do and guard them bed and no bed and them something there. As that are going over PNP. Nobody know over there mind the store. So people can appreciate.
And they know the profiles because them old serious, ministerial post. The man come in shirt all time, pants in Calagan, so him here no home. Lord God, him have one kangal pan him made it catch him lace, him shoes that look like it lace.
Catch you at a lie.
Him have a buckler, like him got dance overnight and him reach home later him sleep on the dance floor and then and they are experienced persons. They are experienced. They've been in the park. They've all ministerial posts. What are you afraid of? Drape the man and say, look, come and write your resignation and go on. They are sitting there with him, destroying the politics, the presentation of people. The youngsters, them now out there. Look, one young lady said to me out of 8 out of Bulby yesterday. As a JLP, we meet 2 youngsters yesterday. But I forgot about that person. We meet 2 youngsters yesterday, right? And the 2 youngsters say the second one out of Bulby, we were having lunch in the same area. And the young lady said, who can we ask this man? How can this man want to be prime minister? And he's going to say to us, youngsters, your children them hearing. That's what she's saying now. Well, you can't do the war now. And then when the election over, make me win prime minister, war with me again. That is a JLP young. She sat with us yesterday and she talked with us. And I said, me engage her because we were eating at this lady cook shop on the side of the road. And it was an exciting, educational. And the people, the young lady said, Lisa is quality, of Lisa. I mean, it was engaging to hear the young lady, and they, the youngsters, are paying attention. This man hold the second highest office in the land, after the prime minister is opposition leader. We're not talking about the cabinet. We're talking about after the prime minister is opposition leader, and the people them sit down there, the quality MP them sit down there with him. And it seems to understand what they might do to the country. And with this man in front of them, say my opposition leader.
And not just the party alone for sure, the country them are distract. It's not just the party alone for sure, the country them are impact with that kind of style.
The impact in the country, and them don't seem to understand that he came to a function last year at Heroes Park honoring the national heroes. But Norman was first. And the minister, Grange, read out, she said it loud. I will have to move at a certain pace because Mark Rowling, the opposition leader, again, Her Majesty, His Majesty, Royal Legal Opposition Leader, tell her, say, the Minister of Culture and Gender Affairs, say, because we have somewhere to go. These MPs who are experienced former ministers of government keep sitting there another 24 hours and tomorrow you're still going to be there and they see it. When are they going to get rid of this crude, vulgar, anti-politics, anti-parliamentary behavior from this white man? When are they going to do something about it? It's hurting the country now, hurt PMP, it hurt Jamaica because it not stay yes, so it go abroad. My friend told me when he came to recently when he was in Atlanta, remember? When he come on the tour?
Yeah.
My friend said the ticket cost them how much money. Dear ticket in New York. My friend said when him drive up Mark Wolin, the opposition leader, drive up to the function center. Him sit down in the car and put him hand between him legs and wouldn't come out.
Whoa, my stomach. We're afraid of people.
But the man is unfit. It is clear he is unfit. And
no,
the people
sir.
It's 3 years going on. Him unfit.
My head hurt. But you say him sit down with him hand between him legs and afraid for come.
My friend said he wouldn't come out of the car and he got the ticket cost. I don't remember how much $1,000, but it was an expensive function and it was supposed to be a one name brand luxury restaurant in a New York. How much people in Jamaica and them buy out the ticket. When the man drive up, then the man say when them look at the vehicle, look how him dress. My God Almighty, man, and the people every day my belly bottom hurt. I could have never got the poll yesterday to go vote for no rise again. No rise candidate. PNP never have a candidate in a Kasha. It is a disgrace. And it's not just the PNP it's affecting Jamaica. Because Andrew feel it too. Because people look for Andrew and look for him.
Please, yeah, kill me when you say Andrew feel it too.
When Andrew go down, people ask Andrew say, oh, your opposition leader look and so and so. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, that's the Queen. I mean, well, it's king now. The royal Westminster people, they must have wondered what happened to Jamaica.
No, sir, this is serious. All right, Liz. We have to go come back on this. I have a feeling we're going to be talking about this for a few more days. Don't you think?
Yeah, man. Yes, man.
This is serious.
Yes. It get from bad to worse. Somebody have to say something.
Jesus, Father, this not look good at all. I mean,
yeah, look good.
They said the man go declare good declare victory, you know.
Oh God. And the electoral office never call him yet. I doubt if him have any line because upper HQ never look like a election center. Like we normally see with the People's National Party.
No, Liz, hear the part we get me now. Last night, when time I say them both seeing the people, them go up PNP headquarters. And them out there on a piece of celebration. When you look up at JLP, nobody never up there at that moment, right? So clearly, it's not like say the JLP people, they must say we lose, you know. They were waiting because you see by the time them reach up there, I'm a listen upon they something and so, them say I must say about 30% of the overall votes were counted. So me I say, how they gonna celebrate with not even 50% of the sitting coming in yet? And I saw now when right there so now Cliff Hughes come out with film foolishness. And me I tell you, say, Liz, you better will go out of bed and come back tomorrow. And I say, no, don't listen to Cliff them. You got ear what go on tomorrow. And so said, so done. Mighty no, sir, Liz, me I forget your flowers though, you know. Me I forget your flowers because them could have tricked everybody last night and me then trick but then could have tricked you.
You know, but we're seasoned in this, you know. Remember, Michael Manley, I graduated from the Vernon High School of Political Education. I do civics at school. I'm going to get a scholarship. I win the scholarship September 1985. Michael was write a play, me and the late great Greta Robinson, very great lady. We wrote a play for the graduation the night of 89 age. Michael Manley came and he enjoyed the play. I'm the one come home and come develop, but she died. You know, she gave me work when I come home. And she employed me at MPM and unfortunately she died of cervical cancer. So the thing is, when you look, you know your country, you know the situation, and when you look at what is happening to the parliamentary procedures and the parliamentary representation of the opposition leader's office, this man is killing. And the PMP MPs of quality who have been ministers. Chris Jackson was in the Ministry of Finance with Peter Phillips, you know. Lisa was the Minister of Culture and Youth and something else. No, the young people, whole heap of young people want to come to the politics. Nobody wants to be led by Mark Golding. None.
No,
Not even them when sent out a bull bill yesterday. None, because them hear that the great current former president of the PMP, Wayo, She has Mark Golding and friend and Peter Bunting said them expect a former president of the People's National Party. Don't know sister something wrong with this man.
No, but Liz, here now. How can them expel Karen and they not expel Sylvia? We kill Melissa. Oh, Jesus. No, man.
No such power, you know. It doesn't give them any such power. What
she can't carry them go court, you know. She can't carry them go court because here one now.
Yes.
Let me tell you why she can't carry them go court. Yesterday, accusation where she make on Dayton Campbell say a pedophile. That is a that has become a legal matter between Dayton Campbell and everybody were involved. You know, have nothing to do with the party, you know. So she could have carried them go court and win them too.
No, but it is a legal matter before the court, and the court has not noticed how much years now? 3?
3 years. And look here, Sylvia is still a member. This me say them are people and sample.
And that's empty. So and the court also has not thrown out the charge. He has to answer. He has a case. That is what the court said. He has a case to answer because the court has not thrown it out of the court space. So he has a case to answer. Now these are men. John Jr. was a minister of, he held more than one ministerial post. My beloved MP Peter Phillips rose to the opposition leader, president of PNP. All those men are still alive. The Viper's Vickers Gill still alive. The Viper's AJ Nicholson still alive. And other members, Maxine is still alive. They should be doing something. Even if you don't think about the PNP, the nation is suffering. The youths are looking on. The youths are seeing there. Why is it there? England, me sure said Windsor call Jamaica opposition leader and I've tried to find out what is happening down there. Why is this man there? Because this obviously is not representing the parliamentary procedure of office of the opposition leader. The Governor General must get blamed too because him can do something about it.
No, man, this I get from bad to worse, Liz. God no. I may I tell all of the people, them Jamaica people, look here. We not just come by yourself for contact, just for contact, you know, because remember say, we over here, so nobody now show we out and give we no money and I do them kind of underhanded style there. We come here from a genuine place because we are patriotic Jamaican people. And we see some things we are going, we not go use no tribalism and come, you understand? Because all I want to know Liz say, Liz has been a radio contributor in Jamaica from 19 how long. The whole I want to hear Liz for radio Jamaica all over the years. I want to know Liz as what? A PNP, right? And Liz can come here and come be objective and talk. Say these people who are now calling themselves leaders of the opposition, they're a dangerous cult in the country. And it's the truth, them for go away. And that will come about here, so and it's bigger than them and bigger than everybody and bigger than Andrew Holness. Jamaica must have 2 functional parties. Jamaica must have 2 parties with people who have the best interests of Jamaicans. No more scavengers around here because the country need to develop. The people them need to develop. And them something there. Do away with these people. This man here buy the PNP for $10 million. Is lie me I tell Liz? The man Mark Golding buy the PNP for $10 million, right? And use that and come beat him chest in a poor people face and say him don't make him money already. Yes, he making money already. Omar Davis make him and Bunting fatten themselves with Finsack and they make them money. Where them a go again? Them don't bring nothing to the politics because they have no record of performance. This man was security minister come ball before the nation say he want divine intervention. Right? Mark Golding as member of parliament. What has Mark Golding done in the politics? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
The only thing what them do is fight down people, diss up people, and then rabid and then wicked and then evilous, man. When I see them do Melissa, man, me I tell you no people, like me carry me over YouTube, yeah, so. When I see them do that woman here and cover it up and come talk about dead in a sleep and aneurysm, and when they take a start, them, hey, me say, man, look here, Jamaica people, eh?
2 things before you leave. Dr. Peter David Phillips, there was a point of order. The retired former speaker, Colonel Charles, got up in Garden House and said that there should be an allowance for gunmen. Not no lie. He never used the word gunman. He said guns should be allowed to come to Garden House and address the parliament. Dr. Peter Phillips, I think we were in government. Dr. Peter Phillips got up and replied, the day we do that is the day we see the parliament being run by gunmen. Today, what we are seeing in the People's National Party, that presentation in answering Colonel Charles Sr. by Dr. Phillips has come to full fruition because this opposition leader, one day, we see former retired MP come to Garden House, Manchester, appeared, Dini. And I see him gone. And I say to him, about the law, say, you can't, me I whisper to him, I say, the law say, you can't carry, you're going. Dini turned to me and said, you know, see how the parliament are going. And him just cover it properly and go inside where we are in. The parliament know. The parliament, where we have you now, Dr. Phillips take for himself more than 3 years now, and Lisa hardly are going there because one of them days somebody go pop off in a God knows because the vulgarity we see in the politics, especially in the PMP. And I'm youngsters on the most give up on our country.
True,
Believe
yeah.
Patriotism is still alive and well. Don't give up. Because I have a group of people named PMP resistant and we not give up neither. We have to clean it up and fill the country. We not have nowhere else to go. I born here, I grow here, I travel 1 and 2 times. I might travel this year again, but I always come back a yard.
True. Yes, Liz. Right there, so. So, Liz, make we wrap it up now because we approach the second hour. Thank you so much again for your contribution. The people them in the comment say, oh, they love you. Them say you forget a raise. Then, Liz, the people them say you must get a raise because you do so good tonight. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Have yourself a good night.
Yeah, everybody stay safe and sleep well.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So, guys, I don't know if I will come back with a part 2 of the follow-up of this election thing. I got all your emails today. Today was a weird day for me, but I stopped and checked all the emails where you were saying thanks for the election updates because I guess all of you were seeing what I saw in the news feed from last night to this morning, where certain people I say the PNP won the local government election. So, uno email me and say thanks because uno frightened and uno confused and ray. And I'm referring to the upload that I did late last night to let you guys know that no, the PNP did not win. It's the government who won. And as I'm speaking right now, it's now nine parish council seats for the government and 4 for the opposition. That is the news and information coming from the EOJ, right? So somebody was asking about the phone line. I'm going to do it this week. This is a very busy week for me, but I will certainly try to stop by the phone store and get another number so we can communicate on WhatsApp and stream it out on here. So where we're having a real conversation where you guys are more inclusive in what we're doing here. So on the feel now, on the hear the analysis over here so about the election results, what took place. I explained to you guys that these people who are known underminers and saboteurs of democracy, based on what we saw them did in 2019 to their own party and own leader after they lost. They plotted from 2 days ago, said that them going to declare victory and bust people to go up at the headquarters to go celebrate, and them are going to do that and lure the media to come up there, come video them, so that they can go up on TV and people can see say them win and that mark goal inviable. That was their plan and that's what they did, right? And if you go and watch the interview of some of the people that were there, they don't even know who the candidates are or who they voted for. They were blindly led on them things there. As for Cliff Hughes and what him did last night, all we're gonna say to Cliff Hughes is be careful. Be careful. You apologize on them thing about the damage done, you know. The damage done because a whole heap of credibility you lose doing that. Right? And as a matter of fact, I would dare to say that Nationwide need to rebrand itself and revamp itself because some recklessness we soon go on with over the years. And we must stop it. Yeah. Stop from take money for destroy people. Can we do them sitting there too? I mean, I put talk with no water in my mouth. Okay? So, we need to check on yourself. We're not biased toward no media house because I'm not no favorite media house in a Jamaica. Because what me soon now do nowadays, we now go out in the field, go do no investigative journalism. We must do them thing there. Because I saw the people them in the country go get informed and know what go on. Go out in the field. What we're gonna talk about tomorrow, if all goes as planned, about the state of the healthcare in Jamaica. There used to be journalists who would religiously report on just the state of the healthcare. That was their job. We don't see that anymore because we don't do no more investigative journalism, right? We don't bring the people them no quality information, no quality news. So right now, guys, we're gonna leave it off here. And if you are just joining the live, you did not get to see what the Prime Minister said last night. I am going to close off with that clip so you can watch it again. And please give the video a thumbs up so that we can be involved in the algorithm over here. That's the least you can do. And go ahead and listen to the press conference, the victory speech / press conference of the Prime Minister last night. If you did not see the full speech or the full press conference, he took some questions at the end of it. But if you haven't seen it in full, I posted most of it. The last upload video that I did today, I posted most of it. So you can go and catch it there. But in my view, the Prime Minister did a very good thing coming out and speaking last night. And he pretty much brought the facts as it was given to him by the EOJ. And he came out at the appropriate time, not ahead of himself or ahead of anybody. You understand? So let me play that video and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you again for your participation, for your emails, for your loyalty over here, and for being diligent and checking up on us. And I started at 6:30 tonight because I told you guys I needed to go at 8 o'clock, and that's why I came a little early. Normally we're here, guys, at 7 p.m. I don't come on the weekends, just Monday through Friday. And if something comes up, I will make a post on the community board that we're not going to come on. So have a good night until tomorrow and go ahead and listen to what the Prime Minister said. Take care of yourselves.
Now 11:21. What a time to have a press conference. But we waited until we got the latest results from the Electoral Office of Jamaica. What we can say to the nation is that the Jamaica Labour Party retains 7 municipal corporations with a clear lead. The PNP has 4, and there are 2 that are reported to be tied. So, without question, the Jamaica Labour Party has won the municipal elections, without question. The 2 municipal corporations that are tied we should have some definitive results on those in a few days, possibly by Wednesday. But as you know, with these elections, as it was in 2016, they go through recounts, and where there are very close margins, there is the potential for change. So right now, the most definitive result that we can say is that the Jamaica Labour Party holds 7 municipal corporations, which is the majority of the corporations. The ties are the KCAC and, at this point, Clarendon. And as I said, those will probably go through magisterial recounts. How do you interpret this? How do you interpret this? Well, if we look at what existed before, the PNP retained retained Westmoreland, which they had, Hanover, Manchester, and St. Catherine. The Jamaica Labour Party retained all that it had, which was Trelawney, St. Mary, St. Anne, St. James, St. Elizabeth, St. Thomas, and Portland. So, how do you interpret this? Clearly, the people of Jamaica maintains confidence in the government of the Jamaica Labour Party.